Here's a simple way to make a block letter J, just a little bit more interesting, give it a little bit more energy, a little bit more style and personality. So I'm starting out with a yellow marker, and I wrote a capital J, and now I'm tracing around the outside of the letter with a black Sharpie flip chart marker, and as you can see, that created a simple block letter. Now I'm going to jazz it up a little bit. So I'm drawing a wavy line on the top of the J. And you can see the waves were fairly large on the top of the J, and on the sides, I'm trying something different. I'm making them really small. So there's a lot more variation in this letter than there are in some of the other ones that I'm showing you. So on all the horizontal lines, I'm making them kind of rather large waves. And then on all the vertical lines, I'm going to try making them a little bit smaller, or actually quite a bit smaller. So this is an experiment. I don't usually do letters like this. Maybe I have in the past. I don't know. I don't remember. I often experiment as I go. Sometimes that's on purpose. I just feel like trying something different. Sometimes it goes along with something I've seen or an idea I have in the moment. And other times it's to cover up things that ended up on the page that I don't want there. So like if I got an extra blob of ink, I want to cover it up. This is a great way to cover that up if it happens to smear. And it doesn't look like you're covering it up. It actually looks like you're being really creative and doing something a lot more fun and a lot more interesting with it. So those mistakes can actually be a good thing. You just have to figure out how you're going to use them in your best interest. So now I'm going back and coloring in. I drew a rather long wavy line, and it left me with some empty shapes. And so now I'm coloring those in solid. And as you can see, for this one on the bottom of the J, some of the kind of like the wavy part ended up inside the letter, and some ended up outside of the letter. So that just gives a little bit more interest to the overall shape of the letter. It's just sometimes you can do that if you need it to fit in a space that you have a little bit better. So don't limit yourself to one side. There's so many different ways you can do this. You just have to get creative with it. So as you can see, this was very much an experiment. I mixed up a lot of different things, small and large waves, inside and outside. You can see the result ended up looking pretty playful and kind of fun. So that's a simple way for you to make a simple block letter J, just a little bit more interesting.